Morning, all of you. Hope you all are fine, bache. Let's move on to worksheet number 11 of practice book, chapter number 1, bache. Now, read the following. We have been waiting for the bus for 2 hours now. That is, अब आपको confirm time पता है कि 2 घंटे से आप wait कर रहे हैं. Why has the bus not reached yet? अब तक बस क्यों नहीं आई है बेटा? yet जहाँ मैंने बताया था आपको yet हो, so far हो, we use present perfect tense. Okay. Rohit has been looking for a job since January. जनवरी से अब तक उसे जॉब नहीं मिली है, लेकिन जनवरी कौन सी जनवरी वी डोंट नो अबाउट दैट. ओके. We use present continuous tense to express an action that began in the past and is in progress at the time of speaking and will continue for some time in the future or has just ended, जो अभी अभी ख़त्म हुआ हो या फिर उसका फ्यूचर से कोई लिंक हो. Then we use present future tense. Okay. I mean present perfect continuous tense. Observe your friends around you. Now write a few things they have been doing. Tina has been talking to Raki since first period. Okay. Garv has been studying since for 1 hour. Okay. Harman has been playing since for the last period. Madhav has been disturbing me since for 2 hours. लाइक दिस बेटा. आपको अब इसका यूज़ करके बताना है कि आपके फ्रेंड्स क्या कर रहे हैं. फर्स्ट पीरियड से लेकर अगर आप अब तक रखिए, फर्स्ट पीरियड लास्ट पीरियड तक आ गया है तो भी समवन इज डिस्टर्बिंग यू, समवन हैज़ बिन डूइंग द वर्क, यू कैन से दैट. Ritika has been sitting quietly since first period like this. Dhruv has been dancing for 40 minutes, last 40 minutes you can say. Okay. टीचर हैज़ बीन लाइक टीचर का तो हम बात ही नहीं कर, अपने फ्रेंड्स की बात कर रहे हैं. सो यू कैन राइट द फॉलोइंग थिंग्स लाइक दिस बच्चे. नाउ वर्कशीट नंबर 12 बेटा. प्रेजेंट कॉन्टिन्यूस और प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट कॉन्टिन्यूस. रीड द फॉलोइंग सेंटेंसेस. मनस्वी इज डांसिंग. मनस्वी हैज़ बीन डांसिंग फॉर ओवर 1 hour नाउ. पिछले 1 घंटे से वो कर रही है. मनस्वी इज डांसिंग, इट मीन्स द कॉन्टिन्यूस एक्शन. In sentence A, the emphasis is on the present aspect of the action, and in sentence 2, the emphasis is on the period duration for which the action has been in progress. आपको given time हो तो बेटा बता रखा हो that is present perfect continuous tense. And when the first sentence talks about that it is the present aspect of the action that is going on at the time of speaking. Now remember, we use present continuous to talk about an action going on at the moment of speaking. That I have explained you this thing already. Present perfect continuous tense. When we use present perfect continuous tense when we want to lay more stress on the total time duration of the action that is going on. बेटा continuous में तो at the time of speaking है ही है, but when we want to give more stress on time or when it started or in progress, that then we use present perfect continuous tense. Now complete the following with either present continuous or present perfect continuous forms of the verb given in the brackets. He write a book these days. These days clearly tell you that it is present continuous tense. He is writing a book these days. ही राइट इट फॉर ओवर अ ईयर नाउ, यानी कि वो पूरे पूरे साल से ऑलमोस्ट लिख रहा है. ही हैज़ बीन राइटिंग फॉर ओवर अ ईयर नाउ. वी आर गिविंग मोर स्ट्रेस ऑन द टाइम rather than the action. Okay. He has been writing it for over a year now. Please go inside the manager's office. He wait for you since morning. Now the more emphasis is on time, since morning. He has been waiting for you since morning. Social evils such as child marriage and dowry system harm our country for centuries. Now again for centuries. Has been harming our country for centuries. They live here since 1994. बेटा सिंस आ गया. अब अगेन द वर्ड सिंस फॉर आपको टाइम गिवन टाइम बता रहे हैं, मोर एम्फोसिस ऑन टाइम बता रहे हैं. दे हैव बीन लिविंग हेयर सिंस 1994. The tenant who live here these days is a journalist. The tenant who is living here these days आ गया ना बेटा, जो आपके किराएदार है, जो टेनेंट क्या होते हैं आपके किराएदार होते हैं. ओके. सो these days आ गया तो who is living here these days is a journalist. The company win this trophy every year since 2000. Since 2000. Again, The emphasis on time. The company has been winning this trophy every year since 2000 or 2011, like whatever the is in the your book, which now we have done. The company compete for this trophy for the third consecutive year. Consecutive होता है जो लगातार आ रहा हो बेटा. The company has been competing होता है competition है ना कि वो आगे winning के लिए क्या कर रही है, वो compete कर रहे हैं. That is they are struggling for to get victory. I play a lot of chess these days. I am playing क्योंकि बेटा these days आ गया. So the emphasis at the time of speaking. Deepa prepare for recitation competition. Deepa is preparing for her recitation competition. She rehearsed for more than 3 hours. 3 hours. She has been rehearsing for more than 3 hours. Now she worked with this company since January. Since January they were given to you. She has been working with this company since January. She is working as a senior software engineer with them. That means at the time of speaking, you can say that she is working there as senior software engineer with them. I hope you are clear with the above worksheet, bache. Let's move on to worksheet number 13. Okay, talking about future. It's vacation time, bache. Read what these people have to say about their plans for summer vacations. I'm going to Manali in this summer break. It will be cold there and we might get to see some snow near the Rotang Pass. Our plan is to visit Rishikesh. From there, we go to Haridwar, then proceed to Dehradun and Missouri. I will stay in Delhi at my uncle's place. I will visit National Museum and will enjoy a ride in metro train. See, beta, I am going. It is what present continuous. Our plan is to visit. It is simple present. I will stay in Delhi. It is simple future indefinite. Simple future you can say. So we talking about future जिसका मतलब है कि आप फ्यूचर के बारे में बात कर रहे हो तो आप कौन कौन से टेंस का यूज कर सकते हैं बच्चे. प्रेजेंट कॉन्टिन्यूस. आई एम गोइंग टू मनाली लाइक दिस. Our plan is to visit Rishikesh. This is what present simple present or simple present indefinite you can say that. I will stay in Delhi at my uncle's place. Will आ गया बच्चे. Will और shall कहाँ यूज होता है. Future indefinite or simple future you can say. Okay. Now discuss with your friends your plans for vacation. You may use the following expressions: I will, I am going to, I plan to. We can talk about future in different ways. Present simple, we go to. Present continuous, I am going. With will, I shall. आपको मैंने अभी explain किया है बच्चे. Now, worksheet number 14, bache. Read the passage given below where a person is trying to convince a bank manager to lend him some money for his food joint. Convince करना होता है किसी को request करके उसे accept करवा लेना कि आप क्या करो मुझे loan दे दो ताकि मैं अपना food joint कर सकता हूँ. Complete the passage by filling the blanks with appropriate future time forms. You see, sir, I am going to open a food joint in the city, but it will take me a lot of money to start it. I shall buy a piece of land and construct it. I will get it. I have to deal बेटे यहाँ पे आपको get दिया हुआ न्यू बुक्स में ये ओल्ड बुक है बेटा. I will get it furnished. Further, I will uh, I will need some chefs and waiters. Then it will be a huge investment. Can you please help me by providing me with some loan? Then is I will pay it back in installments. I'm sure this food joint will be a huge success. It will have Italian and continental food on its menu, which will attract the younger generation. It will be one of its kind in the city. I shall feel obliged. But यहाँ पे change हो गया again. In new books it is feel. I shall feel obliged if you could sanction me some loan for this purpose. ओके सम लोन बेटा न्यू बुक्स में इन्होंने 50 लाख रुपीज़ फॉर दिस पर्पस कर दिया है. सो आई होप यू आर क्लियर विद दिस हाउ टू यूज फ्यूचर टेंस ऑल्सो. नाउ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट फ्यूचर कॉन्टिन्यूस. बी अ फॉर्चून टेलर. फॉर्चून क्या होता है बेटा आपका जो भाग्य बताते हैं. Just predict what the following people will be doing in near future. Predict होता है आप अनुमान लगाइए, बिलीव करिए कि ये लोग क्या कर रहे होंगे, एंड बिकम अ सक्सेसफुल फॉर्चून टेलर. और आप एक क्या कर रही है, बहुत एक सक्सेसफुल पर्सन बन जाएंगे आप इस तरह. वन एग्जाम्पल हैज़ बिन डन फॉर यू. Maria typist, Maria will be typing official letters. Tom a cook, Tom will be cooking food. Mr. Kingsley CEO, CEO Chief Executive Officer है बेटा. Mr. Kingsley will be attending meetings. Will be taking meeting कर सकते हैं आप. Harry computer engineer, Harry will be repairing computer, or he will be working on computer, you can say. Martha will be treating patients. Lynn, a student, will be studying. Okay. So, future continuous deals with actions that will be going on at some point of time in future, जो कि हो रहे होंगे in future में बच्चे. Now, worksheet number 16, future perfect tense. Read the following prediction. By the year 2100, solar power will have replaced electricity generated by water, and clothes made of metal will have replaced clothes made of fiber and cotton. कहते क्या हो जाएगा कि सोलर पावर से क्या हो जाएगा, रिप्लेस कर देंगे जो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी हमारी वाटर से और क्लोथ से बनती है, उससे वो किससे कर देंगे, उसको हम सोलर एनर्जी में कन्वर्ट कर देंगे. और जो आपके जो क्लोथ्स होंगे वो मेटल के हो जाएंगे रादर देन फाइबर और कॉटन के नहीं होंगे वो अब. ओके. नाउ what changes do you think will have come in the following? One example has been done for you. I think buses will have stopped plying on the roads. Public air service will have taken their place. Now roads will have been constructed on clouds. हो सकता है ना कि क्लाउड्स पे हो जाए. हाउसेज विल हैव मेड ऑफ एल्यूमिनियम. वो क्या हो जाएंगे, एल्यूमिनियम के बन जाएंगे. स्कूल्स विल हैव रिप्लेस्ड बाय एजुकेशन थ्रू you can say online education. Like this we are doing, having a school will be on Mars, will have been on Mars, you can say that. Now books have been replaced by floppy disk. Or you can say CDs, ebooks. Traffic signals, I think traffic signals will have been replaced by compulsory signal. You can say compulsory signals or automatic signals that will automatically be fitted in the engines. Now, remember, future perfect tense is used to talk about an action that will have been completed by certain future time. यानी कि आने वाले टाइम में इतने टाइम तक वो हो जाएगा. Okay. Now, do it for yourself now. Given below is a diary entry of a detective who is trying to solve a murder mystery. Mystery होता है एक रहस्य. Read the diary entry and complete it by filling in the blanks with the correct form of the verbs. Thursday, June 3rd, 11:30 p.m. It's a case of murder. The motive seemed to be something more than just strawberry. The motive, it's a case of murder. In the beginning, it talks about present tense. Huh? So the motive seems to be something more than just strawberry. When I reached, बेटा when जहाँ पे आ जाता है हम it is past of course. When I reached the scene, the police already आ गया. अब already कहाँ use करते हैं हम? In the perfect tense. When के beginning, when वहाँ से हो गए past का मतलब है the police had already started investigating. Two constables were examining the furniture and other articles of the house very carefully. They were obviously looking for some fingerprints which will give them a lead in the case. Okay. One constable uh, took pictures of the scene and another one collected blood samples for testing. Okay. I decided to examine things in a different way. I went to the room and examined the chair where Mr. XYZ was found dead. The murderer had attacked him from the back with a knife. At that time, Mr. XYZ was reading a book. The police had already recovered the knife from the room. The murderer had cleaned it thoroughly and placed it under the pillow. Uh, okay. I think he, I was thinking, I think he was looking for some important papers and not just money, as he had disturbed and the book rack and and had thrown all files on the floor. What makes the case most interesting is the fact that the door was locked from inside and there were no fingerprints at all. But it's a mixture of present and past. ठीक है? So do it carefully, बच्चे. Now complete the following by filling the appropriate tense of the verbs given in the brackets. Surbi was the divine cow of the Devas and she lived in heaven. One day Indra found Surbi crying. He went to her and asked affectionately to प्यार से, why are you crying, my dear Surbi? Surbi said, Said, O Lord, all the bulls and cows who live on the earth are my children. Look at them. They work so hard to plow the fields. It's a regular routine of them. Their sufferings under the yoke pain me. Okay, वो मुझे उनके sufferings मुझे दर्द देती हैं. It makes me cry. ये मुझे रुला देती हैं. Lord Indra was sad to hear this. He thought of a plan. उन्होंने एक plan बनाया. He immediately summoned the clouds. Summoned होता है बुला लेना. My mighty clouds, यानी कि मेरे powerful clouds, wrench the earth with your powerful downpour, यानी कि पूरी धरती को भिगो दो अच्छी तरीके से. The cattle on the earth are suffering because of multiple needs of human. यानी कि कैटल्स क्या कर रही है, सफ़र कर रही है क्योंकि पानी मिलता ही उनको. They never let the cattle rest, okay, until it rained. Until it rained heavily. The clouds immediately caused a great downpour. It rained for many days, and the people on the earth were unable to do any work on the fields. So the poor bulls got some rest at last, and Surabhi was happy. Again, it's a mixture of present and past. Uh, I hope you are clear with tenses, beta. Please do fill your practice book in all the aspects by within 2 3 days. Okay, once the schools are open, I'll be collecting the practice book and it should be properly filled. Please buy a new practice book as old one is not allowed. It is for your practice of grammar only, bache. So be very careful and try it yourself rather than taking help from old books or from your parents. Please try to solve it as I am there to help you out with the solutions. Okay, and beta, in the next class I'll be taking your chapter number 3 of literature. Be ready with it. Okay, find out the read the chapter and find out the tough meanings of the difficult words. Beta, you are not supposed to write all the tough words or difficult words in your fair notebook. As you can say in primary when you used to do it, but as you are in 8th class now, so no word meanings are asked in your question paper in your board examination, so no need to write. It's for your information. I tell you every time to underline the words and find out the meanings so that you can have a good understanding of it. Rest. See you soon. Okay, catch you in the tomorrow's live class. I'm in today's live class. Okay, take care of yourself. Goodbye. Have a nice day.